Yeah.
And if you're some dickhead who wasn't inside of my school and sat there and go, well, I had the choice to join, but I didn't believe, but now I believe. And then I bought the coin at the top and then I lost some money. Fuck you. Well, you're a dumbass. I don't have any time to be worried about dumbasses. I have enough real problems in my own life than to concern myself with dumbasses. So to answer your question, I have loyalty to my students and my students will never lose because my students believe in me. And power is loyalty and loyalty is power. And that is why I understand I must be absolutely loyal to my students. I have an obligation to them. Despite the fact that I may be the powerful one, I still have an obligation to them. That's what the problem with the world is today, is exactly that. The powerful do not feel an obligation to their constituents anymore. Any political leader in the West, does not wake up and say, I have to do what my constituents want.
Do you think it used to be that way?
Of course it did.
And what changed?
Well, it changed. A lot of things changed. I have to be very careful what I say, but they used to have repercussions for their actions. And now they don't. And then you understand, when you look at the system deeper, or you're unfortunate enough to see the system at the level I've seen it, you realize they don't work for you. They use you as an excuse and they tell you what you want to hear so they can get into power. And then they end up working for the banks and the money and the control. So you're sitting there saying, why are they not doing what I want them to do? I am their constituent and they're my representative. They don't represent you. They represent a bank somewhere. They represent the large pools of finance. This is the reality of it. But in days of old, the leaders of armies would charge first on their horse. Now they sit back, right? They sit in Congress and they send other young men to die while their son stays home and they stay home. But they send other young men to die and they talk about patriotism and how important it is. And they send young men to go get blown up in a ditch. Anyone who still falls for that is heavily psyoped. This is why psyops are so dangerous. If you're stupid enough now to go fight in the American army to defend banking interests, you're a dumbass. But if you're going to go do it, then go do it. I mean, some people can be psyoped. Goodbye. Do it. But in days of old, if the leader of a country wanted to go to war, he had to go to war first.
First, yeah.
Which is also
crazy.
But this is also one of the reasons I have so much pull. This is what the Matrix doesn't understand about me. They sit and say, we have to destroy the influence of this man by destroying his life. The harder they tried to destroy my life, the better my influence is, because I'm leading first. I'm leading first, head charge. I'm the one going to jail in the worst jails in Europe.
Your fans aren't going, you're going to jail.
My fans are going to jail. I'm going to jail. So they're like, Andrew he's legit. That's the difference between me and everybody else, because everyone else would be sitting at the back somewhere and say, hey guys, you go to jail, you go tell the truth. And I'm not doing that.
You're the one doing it.
I'm the one doing it.
Interesting. So I never thought about that.
But this is the number one problem with the world today, what you just highlighted. This is the number one problem. If we had leaders who were accountable to their constituents, the entire world would be a different place, but we don't.